Hi everybody, Robert Dyer, and welcome to the Robert Dyer channel after Christmas countdown to a special New Year's Eve report for New Year's Day. I'm trying the Phillips Crab Rangoon. This is a frozen product, and it comes from Phillips Seafood, which is a well-known brand in this part of the country. They started off with one restaurant in Ocean City, Maryland, which is the one that I've always gone to, the Crab House. And from Phillips Crab House, they grew out into more restaurants, a hotel, and eventually beyond Ocean City in Baltimore, Washington, and other places in the region. They even once had a couple of different restaurants in Rockville, Maryland, here in Montgomery County. And then they went into the frozen food business, kind of like how Stouffer's started out as a popular restaurant in Cleveland, and then they went in to become a huge frozen food company. And the products I've tried frozen from Phillips have all been very high quality. For example, they have crab cakes of at least 2 different types, and I get I believe it's the Maryland style. It's probably the closest thing you're going to get to a restaurant crab cake out of a freezer. It's probably even better than some of the quote-unquote fresh crab cakes that you might order through the mail, just because it's coming from Phillips and they have one of the world's best crab cakes. They also have some soups and other things frozen. And so right now I'm going to try the Crab Rangoon. I just want to zoom in on the packaging here. You have the Phillips logo, and then you have the actual product, as well as the little cup of sauce there. Okay, so here is the finished product out of the oven. It says 5 minutes per side or until golden brown. And there on the right we have the sweet chili sauce. I'll zoom in a little closer there so you can see a little bit of the filling has come out, oozed out of one of them there. And here's that. You can see, hopefully within the sauce, the little bits of spices in there. Okay, so let's take one of these up here, see what it looks like. The aroma is, you can smell the pastry shell, the dumpling type shell. Surprisingly little amount of crab aroma. I can definitely smell it though. Let's go ahead and see how it tastes. So the flavors that come out the most is obviously the crab. It's not Maryland crab, but it tastes pretty good. It's got a nice chunk of crab in that bite. And then you have the mild cream cheese, which is then offset by a fairly spicy seasoning that's in there. I would rate it, probably went between a 4 and a 5 out of 10 on the Robert Dyer heat scale. Also, the wrapper around it is, if you could probably hear, it was crisp, but it's also got a pretty good flavor by itself, although it's not particularly, the flavor isn't strong enough to compete with what's inside of it. Now let's try dipping it in the sweet chili sauce. See that there? This, you put it in a bowl with warm water to defrost it, and it seems to work out pretty well. Let's go ahead and see how that tastes. Well, the sauce was also very good. I was a big fan of the McDonald's sweet chili sauce that unfortunately was taken away from the lineup, but this is a similar type of concept. It has a very good pineapple flavor that, along with the spice in the Rangoon, it definitely gives me a feeling like I'm in the tropics somewhere. I'm somewhere near the equator. I think probably everything would be given a boost if it was actually being produced in Maryland here, because the Maryland blue crab is a very distinctive flavor, and if you grew up here eating that, steamed crab or various other dishes, you probably will quickly recognize when something is or is not Maryland blue crab. It's just not something you can substitute. But because of all the restrictions for environmental, wildlife reasons in the state, the companies have been forced to go to international waters. And I know for a fact that Phillips has very high standards, and that's why I think this product ends up being very good. They have their own facilities in different locations around the world where they closely monitor everything about the processing and so forth. So you're getting a very high quality product that somebody is supervising to meet the standards that the brand is known for. So I definitely think that once again this product has lived up to the Phillips standards for their frozen lineup. I still want to see the potato salad back on the menu at the Crab House in Ocean City. I don't know if that will ever happen, but that was the world's best potato salad when it was on there. So I'm going to go ahead, as far as a frozen seafood product goes, and bringing an international flavor to it with the Crab Rangoon, which is certainly not a Maryland recipe. I'm going to go ahead and give this a solid 5 stars and recommend it for your New Year's Eve and other parties this year. If I don't know how soon there will be parties in this country, but you don't have to have a party to have this, so you can just get it and enjoy it yourself. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you liked this video. Share it with your friends. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time tomorrow on this after Christmas countdown. Bye everybody.